all the latest updates, subscribe to News 9.
Minister of State, Prime Minister's Office, Dr. Jitendra Singh, took a dig at the Congress for questioning the centre's handling of the current standoff with China at the LAC. Singh affirmed that the dispute with China was a result of the mistakes committed by Rahul Gandhi's great-grandfather, Jawaharlal Nehru. He hinted that it was Nehru's China policy that led to the 1962 war.
Now, for example, even in the context of China, they started finding fault here, there without realizing or conveniently forgetting that China is a baggage left by Rahul Gandhi's great-grandfather Jawaharlal Nehru.
At a time when the LAC remains tense, China has appointed a new army commander for its Western Theatre Command ground forces. The commander will be responsible for the China-India boundary. Move comes ahead of key talks between senior Indian and Chinese military officials on Saturday to try and end the current standoff. The People's Liberation Army or PLA Western Theatre Command on its official website announced that Lieutenant General Su Killing has been appointed as the new commander for its ground forces. In a video that is now going viral on social media, policemen in Jodhpur can be seen slamming a man down on the ground and pressing their knees against his neck. It is being said that the cops got into an altercation with the man who was roaming the streets without a mask, after which they pinned him down. This video is now reminding netizens of George Floyd's death in the United States. However, unlike the unfortunate incident in the United States, the cops in Jodhpur reportedly acted after the person, who is said to be specially abled, turned aggressive after being halted by the cops. TikTok star turned BJP leader Sonali Phogat slapped an official in Haryana and thrashed him repeatedly with slippers over an alleged comment that he made. The video of the assault has now gone viral on social media. The incident took place on Friday when the BJP leader was on rounds at a farmer's market. She went with a list of farmers' complaints and demands to Sultan Singh, who happens to be a member of the Agricultural Produce Market Committee, who allegedly passed an objectionable comment. Authorities in Jammu and Kashmir have directed all government employees to attend office from Saturday. This comes at a time when the Union Territory reported 182 new positive COVID cases during the last 24 hours. In an official order issued, all government employees have been directed to attend office on a regular basis from Saturday. However, those in high-risk groups, including old, pregnant ladies and suffering from chronic diseases, have been exempted. This apart, biometric attendance will remain suspended. With 139 deaths in the last 24 hours, Maharashtra continues to witness the highest single-day spike in the number of coronavirus fatalities. The death toll in the state has risen to 2,894 according to State Health Department. Being the hardest hit state in the country in terms of the pandemic outbreak, Maharashtra has been witnessing a rise in the number of deaths for the past few days. The second highest number of deaths in 24 hours stood at 123 on Thursday. Ahead of India's election as a non-permanent member of the UN Security Council later this month, the government affirmed that it would play a positive role at a time when the global community is facing multiple challenges, mainly the coronavirus pandemic. At an event in New Delhi, Foreign Minister S. Jaishankar released a brochure listing out India's priorities for the UNSC elections due to be held on 17th June, when the country will retake a seat at the council after a decade.
Samman, respect. Samvad, dialogue, Sahyog, cooperation, Shanti, peace, to create conditions for universal samriddhi, prosperity. Through this approach, we seek to move towards a new orientation for a reformed multilateral system, also known as MOM.
The Reserve Bank of India has said that the country's foreign exchange reserves surged $3.43 billion to a fresh all-time high of $493.48 billion for the week ended May 29th on a decent accretion of the core currency assets. The reserves, which are counted as a key strength as the country faces the economic impact of the COVID-19 pandemic, had risen by $3 billion to an all-time high of $490.044 billion in the last week. On World Environment Day, Minister of Environment Prakash Javadekar kicked off the Urban Forest Program in 200 corporation cities across the country. The minister affirmed that India has been able to save 8% of the world's biodiversity despite challenges. Every year on June 5th, World Environment Day is celebrated to further worldwide awareness and action to protect the environment.